Sweet, all good?
Yeah.
Well, Mark Timms, it's been a little while since you're in a three-man in New Zealand, King in the Ring. Just first of all, are you excited about the prospect of what's ahead of you on Saturday night?
Yeah, really excited about it. It's something that's been a long time coming for me. I've wanted to compete in King in the Ring again for a long time. Ever since I first came to New Zealand again, I really wanted to get in the tournament again and stuff like that. So now, it's finally come around.
How strange, I guess, has it been for you and Cam, obviously both coming from the same gym, being in the tournament? Like, is it a weird sort of dynamic drilling when you know you could fight this guy?
Nah, not at all. I train with Cam every day. It's not a weird vibe between us at all. It's good for getting the timing right as well. When I'm drilling with him and stuff. It's fine. I just think it's just been a whole thing of we'll cross that bridge when we come to it kind of thing. And I think both of us are mentally prepared to potentially fight each other, and both of us have had hard spars with each other in the gym and stuff like that, where probably one of us is wanting to chin the other one. So it'll be all good. It's just one of them.
When you face a prospect like that, do you kind of think of it as a hard sparring session, or do you have to switch to another level for a fight?
Oh, we'll have to switch. We'll have to switch a little bit, of course. One person's got to win, you know what I mean? But so it's certainly not like a hard sparring session. All I'm saying is the mentality has been in the gym now and again when we've sparred has been to win. So I think if you can sort of use a little bit of that, then that obviously helps a kind of pretty awkward situation.
And this will be the second time in as many years that you fought under the King in the Ring banner. You didn't get a lot of fights before that one last year, a little bit of a down period. How nice is it for you, not to have to wait as long as you did for this one to come around? Well,
it's still another year. But the good thing about this one is that hopefully I'll have 3 fights. So then that's a good year. So at least I'll have 3 fights this year, and hopefully I'll cram in another one as well. So before the end of the year, so that'd be good. That's what I just want: activity. I've spent a career being super active until the last few years, and obviously there's been COVID and stuff like that, and all sorts of things like that, and moving to another country and stuff. But it would just be nice to have a few fights.
How has it been for you since that fight, upskilling to now?
It's been real good. I think my sparring has gotten a lot better. I think that I've learned a lot over the last couple of years here at this gym and stuff, and I'm more than prepared for the King in the Ring.
For people who haven't seen a Mark Timms fight, what can they expect?
I don't know, it's kind of different every time, to be honest, but definitely knees. Probably that.
Sweet. And with COVID obviously riddling the world and making everything difficult for everyone, have you had any fights sort of come across the table that you've had to turn down because of it?
There were potentially earlier this year there was potentially something that I was going to do in Australia, but it didn't. We just didn't agree on the terms, kind of thing, in the end. But fortunately, it didn't happen because it got locked down. The show got cancelled in the end. So no, that's the only thing where I've COVID has been a minor factor in me getting fights and stuff like that. And it's just been by chance that it didn't happen. You know what I mean? That was it. But yeah, luckily, here we just don't really have those sorts of issues really. But going with the Australia, I was kind of happy that the borders were open for potential fights in Australia and stuff like that. But it's looking like that's a bit too risky now. Yeah.
When you approach a three-man competition like you're going into on Saturday, do you look at the rest of the field and sort of look at potential matchups, or do you just focus on yourself and whoever comes up in the draw and worry about it at the time?
Obviously, a lot of my focus is just on me and just being the best possible kickboxer I can be for the 8-man. But I've thought about every single person in the 8-man who I'm going to fight and stuff like that, and done my research on all of them myself, just thinking about what look they're gonna give and stuff like that. Like I definitely do. Yeah, I do research on all those guys, like, so that nothing will feel like a surprise on the night to me. But the main focus, of course, is on me, just so that I can just be the best possible kickboxer on the night, and that's it.
What do you make of the rest of the field?
Good, yeah, some good guys. Of course, there's one guy in there that I've already fought, Hayden. He's obviously, I would definitely say that he's one of the favourites. So I'm expecting if I fight him, that'll be like a tough one. A few of the other guys, obviously, haven't had as many fights and stuff like that, but that kind of makes them even more dangerous, like in the sense that they've kind of got nothing to lose, and like that rawness kind of like can help in these situations. But yeah, like I would definitely say, like obviously I'm expecting to have Cam in the final, but yeah, definitely other people on my radar would be like Hayden, Robert Dean, yeah, just them two.
Is there a way that they can set it up so that, you know, you and Cam are on separate sides of the draw? Do you know if that's
Yeah,
the
we'll
plan?
be on separate sides, so there'll be like 2 pools, and if we're in the same pool, then the only way that we can fight each other is if we're in the final together, and that's it. Which I hope so. You know, like I want, like if we both meet in the final, then that's a good night in the office for both of us. So it doesn't matter.
And a little bit broader, looking outside of King in the Ring, how has everything been at the gym? You know, with grappling and wrestling, and do you think you're gonna make that step to mixed martial arts eventually?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I was hoping to fight MMA like earlier this year, but obviously this came up, so this is an opportunity that like that I can't refuse. I really wanted to do this, so yeah. But yeah, hopefully I'll get an MMA fight in by the end of the year for sure. Yeah.
And just back to King in the Ring, like you said, you really wanted to do it. It's really become the showpiece for kickboxing in New Zealand. Is it something sort of like a bucket list item for a lot of fighters, like in New Zealand?
Oh, I think so. Like definitely. Like every time I speak to like prospects and yeah, like up and coming fighters, they're always like, I want to get on King in the Ring, I want to get on King in the Ring. That's usually like they want to get on that. They mention that before they mention a New Zealand title now. Like they don't look at, yeah, they look at getting on that show as that's the New Zealand title. So yeah, I definitely think that's like a big deal for a lot of fighters here. It's a big deal for me just because of the history that I have with the show, and yeah, like I'm just going over old ground a little bit, but at the same time, like, yeah, it's just something that I just want to tick off my bucket list, my own personal bucket list. Yeah.
Just finally heading down to Palmerston North. Have you been to Palmerston North before, and what are you expecting crowd-wise?
I've never been. I've heard that it's really good and it sells out. So obviously I'm expecting, like Jason was saying, that it's great down there, and like the show's really good. So I'm expecting that, but I've honestly only go to Hamilton now and again, CKB and Combat Academy. They're my 3 locations in New Zealand. That's basically it. I've been to like 2 other places. That's it. So it'll be good to like get out of Auckland for a couple of days. But yeah, I'm terrible with traveling. I'm just like one of them guys that's like, oh, I'll do it eventually. But then the lure of sort of training all the time and stuff like that just keeps me from visiting all the other beautiful places over here.
Sweet.